So my name's Jenny Garrett. I'm founder of Reflection Associates, and that's a leadership and coaching consultancy. But at the heart of everything I do, I am a leadership coach, and all my work has been around coaching. I studied to be a coach. I took a postgraduate certificate from Lancaster University, and I also have a master's in management learning and leadership from Lancaster. As well as that, I have taken a coaching qualification for organisational consultants. So I'm sort of imbued in coaching. I absolutely love it, and it's at the heart of everything I do. As well as that, I'm an author, and I've recently written a book called Rocking Your Role, which is a how-to guide to success for female breadwinners. And so my coaching concentrates on coaching leaders in all sorts of organisations, public, private sector and third sector, as well as supporting women who are the main earners in their home. So the concept of female breadwinners is not something everyone knows about. And when I talk about a female breadwinner, really I'm talking about any woman who's the main earner in their home. They could be in a relationship and just earn a bit more than their partner, or they could be the sole earner. And that's really around 50% of the population. Things have changed for women in that we are out working, making the money, but actually society hasn't changed. And that's really what my book is about, helping you to navigate the complexity of the fact that things haven't changed, but your life has. How do you do that? How do you celebrate that? What I find is that clients come to me and they'll talk about it in hushed tones. I'm in a role reversal relationship, or I have the real burden of bringing in all of the money. And I want this to be something that we talk about in a much more open fashion, so that really we can make things better. We can support women who are finding it challenging, but also help women who are doing it well to be able to celebrate and support others and share. So, that's what my business is around. I've been doing this work for over 10 years and I really love it. If you want to talk about how I work with people, I'd say I'm really pragmatic. It's about how are we going to make a difference. It's not just about talking and being empathetic. I'm incisive. I get right to the heart of the matter. But people have also told me I'm a very soulful coach. So although I use my knowledge and experience and what I've learned, I also am very intuitive, and I trust my intuition to help others in the way that I work with them. So I'm a mentor for the Cherie Blair Foundation and also the Centre for Excellence in Women's Entrepreneurship. I do this work freely and I mentor women internationally, and I find this one of the most rewarding aspects of the work I do. To know that I'm making a positive impact and a positive difference with women is just wonderful for me. But also to know that I've got something to give, some knowledge to impart. And what people say is that our conversations are inspiring, but as well as them getting a huge amount from the conversation, I do too. And I think all the work I do is about learning. The client learns, but I also learn a huge amount from engaging with them. I support women, particularly in the work environment. Often women are working in quite male-dominated environments, and I help them think about how they can be really heard, how they can be confident in the workplace, but also request the flexibility that they might need. Sometimes women come to me because they feel that they're a man and woman of the house, and we talk about how they can rekindle that femininity, be vulnerable at home, and help people to support them. And one of the huge challenges that women come to me with is doing it all, really, and feeling a bit burnt out. And I help them to think about how they can drop that cape of invincibility and actually help others to help themselves. There are a lot of assumptions, not just by others, but by the women themselves, about what's needed from them. And if they communicate, which is a huge part of it, communicate with those they think are trying to demand things of them, sometimes they find what they think is needed is not. And also just how to be honest with yourself about what you really enjoy. Because actually often women find that they get a huge amount of self-esteem and enjoyment out of work, and not denying that. So often the women who come to me actually are quite burnt out. They're giving so much in different areas of their life, and particularly female breadwinners, they're working flat out because actually their income is what's keeping their home together. And then they're giving an awful lot in terms of, trying to be there for children. So they might work during the day and then have family time and then work again in the evening. And one of the things that I work with them on is really how to take moments for themselves, how to take just, even if it's just 5 minutes, or having a nice bath with some candles, or going for a walk and just having a bit of me time, because I think actually, for them, they often think, well, that's being a bit selfish. There's so many people want something from me. But actually, I think not looking after yourself when you're a female breadwinner is a bit of a selfish act, because actually everyone's relying on you. So I help women become much more comfortable with looking after themselves, feeling better about themselves. And with that well-being for them comes less stress, and a way of thinking which is much more helpful for them because they have the space to do that.